Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope from the 15th of April to the 21st of April 2018. And this is for you coming from Taurus. First, I'd like to remind you that I do charge USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session, and that's to do for your next 7 or 8 years in all areas of your life. I don't do it for free of charge. I get still calls on WhatsApp, and I get even messages on Skype and everywhere, expecting it to be free. So please take note of that. Thank you. Let's go for the 15th Sunday, and that's going to be a wonderful morning, afternoon and early evening period for you. Couldn't be better. You will get your way, you are shining, and your aura is doing very well and attracting the people you want to attract. Your family areas, your love areas. If you mix business and pleasure, even better, because there's a business planet also there. And you're going to gain in some way very nicely. You're going to be seen as very creative in one way or another. So dress well, look well, show off your creativity abilities. And you're going to enjoy and get the advantage of your morning afternoon period of this 15th Sunday. The evening and nightfall period, things are all right, but you will tend to somehow be pushy and want control and want to take charge and want to be a person who is somehow just difficult and stubborn. So don't do that. If you can't control yourself, just go back to the safety of your own home. Don't disrupt the pleasure for other people. You need to mix, you need to let others take charge as well. You need to share whatever things are going on. This word control must not enter your mind during this evening nightfall period. Remind yourself that. Tell yourself, I'm going to be negotiable and I'm going to be flexible in every way. That way you will have a better chance to have a good evening nightfall period. The 16th Monday starts brilliantly for you coming from Taurus. You're very happy, you're talking about holidays, you're talking about travel, you could be in the internet and meet people there, very good for you, or do business internationally. All this internationalism is all there in the morning, afternoon period for you. So take the advantage, it's a very lucky planet for you, can make money for you, can make wonderful contacts for you, and things like that. So go that way. It's a working day, and if you use it for your business side, you will do very well. It's also a time where you'll get support from everybody, and so you're going to shine in the morning afternoon period. So look well, dress well, because you're going to be shining, you're going to be in the limelight. And so try to get your act together and be ready to present yourself well and to speak well. People want to hear you. Evening nightfall turns really, really bad, and I've been bad. It starts with your erratic behavior, with a tendency to be rebellious, non-conformative. Non-conformative means person who just doesn't fit into anything. And so you stand out like a sore thumb. And so people will not cooperate with you. And so you get isolated that way. And what's the point of it all? You want to shock people with your behavior, you want to show that you can do things your own way. It's not worth it, because this planet is not good for you. Yet he's very active in Taurus on this particular 16th of Monday in the evening nightfall period especially. And so evening nightfall, don't behave in that way I've just described. Try to be part of the team. Try to be letting others take the control and be the follower, and you'll do much better evening nightfall session. Accidents are very possible in the evening nightfall session due to your just not following rules and regulations and wanting to do it your own way. If you really don't have to be out, just go back to the safety of your own home. That's how I would advise you. 17th Tuesday starts miserably for you, and it's not going to end too well. It starts very slow, and you can't go faster than your own planets, let me tell you, because if you overtake them, there's nothing there, because they lead in everything you do, whether for good or bad. So go slow, be patient, wait for things to happen. Don't go on hammer and tongs at people. So be patient, let things develop, and they will not develop very well. There will be postponements, there will be cancellations, people are not on your side, there's disappointment, there's frustration. And so what do you do? Well, it's a working day. Put your shoulder to the wheel and work hard. Make sure you don't miss deadlines. Make sure you don't be blamed for work not done. Very important at your place of work. And if you are in business, even worse. You can get very, very bad, depressing news about things going wrong, whether for projects or whether with your clients or whether in the business that you're doing. Something wants to go very wrong. Evening, nightfall, the planets speed up a lot. It's a strange day. They speed up a lot, making you impatient, hasty, argumentative, wanting things done. It's going to be very fast moving, and it's not a positive planet either, who is churning all this energy. And so you get into trouble by miscommunication, miscalculation, getting things wrong basically again and again, all because of hastiness and impatience and not doing an inch of research. And that's how you'll make the day worse and worse for yourself. Well, think about it, and if you can't manage the people that you are going to see, just don't go there, go back home. 18th Wednesday, now that's even worse. Morning, afternoon, early evening period, really, really bad. At your place of job, there's confrontation, there's provocation, there's blame. And it could come from your superiors, it could come from the owners of the business, and you are very insecure and you cannot afford this, because when things go wrong like this, the blame comes flat at you. And of course, you become very insecure. And so what do? Take the soft approach. Whatever happens, don't reply. Whether even people shout at you, don't reply in a shout. Reply as politely as you can. And if people blame you, try to reason it out rather than be provocative and put the blame on somebody else. The soft approach is how to fight this kind of fire that's coming at you in the morning, afternoon period. And even if you feel humbled, never mind. You will be able to push aside this kind of attacks that way. Nobody will get back at you when you be polite. But if you show provocation on top of that, then there will be fire to fire. That's no good. So take the soft approach and you can somehow manage the morning, afternoon periods and survive. But bad news can come at your place of work, watch out. And even in business, bad news will come. And you will just be hitting the brick wall, trying to get through somewhere. Progress is not in the air for you on this morning, afternoon period of the 18th Wednesday. So rather than keep banging at the brick wall, just stay back. Study the situation. Take the soft approach in the sense that find the solution softly, and you'll be able to control morning, afternoon better. Even if you're going for lunch with somebody, the same thing. You will be put off very easily, get angry very fast, something said. So take the soft approach. Evening, nightfall period is just wonderful. Just wonderful. And you're going to find all the solutions that you couldn't find, and you'll be wondering, why did I have to say all that and do all that? And you'll find the easy way out in the evening and nightfall period anyway. So be patient about things in the morning, afternoon, and you'll find solutions in the evening, nightfall period. It's a time where you can make very good contacts, whether for job, whether for business, whether for new romance, whether to get your marriage and everybody happy. A really wonderful time. And so you'll be very lucky, and you'll be mixing with people who can help you. So go out with the intention to mix business and pleasure. Some good rewards are waiting for you. 19th Thursday, ego planets are there, not so bad, but they tend to make you isolated because your tolerance will be low, your teamwork will be weak. And rather than just settle down with that, take the trouble to approach people, to be polite to people, to ask them for help, to reach out. And you'll be able to get much done in the morning, afternoon, whether at place of work or in business or in any other area. And important people may come to meet you, or you could meet them somewhere, or something important is going to be discussed. So be on your toes and be alert, but never show arrogance in this morning, afternoon period. Evening, nightfall becomes excellent, and so you will again find solutions where you feel that you couldn't find them in the morning, afternoon. And so solutions will come, happiness will come, enjoyment will come in the evening, nightfall session. You're again talking of holidays, you're talking of travel, you may already be on a holiday. And also you may be on the internet and you may meet people a lot from other parts of the world. You're just plain lucky in the evening nightfall session. So wherever your interest is, just go there and just enjoy yourself. 20th Friday starts brilliantly for you. Such good news is waiting to come on this 20th Friday. And whatever you do is people are appreciating it, and your imagination is right on the top of the heap. And you'll be a person who is just coming out with brilliant ideas. And not only that, you'll be very negotiable, and you'll be very friendly, and you'll be very loving, and all that, you see. And so with all that happening, the goodness waiting to happen will be tremendous. So go that way. Go the soft way, and you'll achieve a lot, whether in job, whether in business, whether in friendship, whether in sport, whether anywhere. Morning, afternoon. Evening nightfall is a very gloomy time and depressive time. On top of it, planets have slowed down. When they slow down, two things can happen: cancellation of plans, postponement of plans, or people are late because planets are late. And so you will have a chance somehow of not getting things done. But if you are patient and if you are willing to wait, not every minute will go on like this. So be patient, don't be too frustrated, don't show your temper, don't want to show displeasure, and somehow things will get better and better in the evening nightfall session. If you are worried that you may meet people you don't like, well, don't go there. That's the best way. Because it's true, this planet can bring the past issues to be brought up again, and that might embarrass you, or people like that may not make you happy. So avoid them and just go back home. The 21st Saturday, now this is not a good day. It doesn't start so badly. Starts in the way where it makes you dominating, wants you to be in control, wants you to be a person who is just a bully sometimes and pushy and stuff like that. Not a nice person. And so why don't you do the opposite and be appreciative and be supportive and be a good supporter of everything everybody else wants to do. And you will just confuse these planets. They won't know what to do with you. They'll leave you alone and you'll be rid of a problem. So do it that way and you'll be somehow much happier on this 21st Saturday, morning and afternoon. Evening nightfall really can get very bad, let me tell you. Things can go very wrong. Accidents can take place. Accidents are verbal, physical, emotional. Things can go to the level of breakdown, really bad. So I don't want you to take risk of any kind. And if you're going to drink too much, let somebody else drive. And if you're angry about something, better stay home. And if you're just a person who is looking for trouble, well, don't spoil things for others. So it's up to you to control yourself. If there are others who somehow intimidate you or provoke you, just move away from that company. It's not a nice ending at all for this Saturday evening and nightfall period. And whoever you are with, this problem can come about. These planets are not choosy. And so even the people you love, you may just behave in a way where you'll upset people. And if it's others who behave like that, just stay calm. And tell yourself, it's only a few hours before we come to the next day, that's all. And let the time pass, that's the best. But I want you to play safe in the evening nightfall period. And if you feel going out is going to be risk of any kind, even losing money or wasting money, that kind of thing as well, just go back home and be happy there, all right? And well, that's the week for you. And as I said earlier, I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session, and that will do your next 7 or 8 years in all areas of your life, based on your date of birth and time of birth and looking at your palms, which I'll ask you to email to me, because they come out very sharp that way. And so we'll have a good session of 90 minutes, and we'll be able to get in all areas of life, age by age, calendar year by calendar year, your health areas I will go into detail. I'll find you solutions of all kind and help you to get your next 7, 8 years under your control. Until then, thank you and good luck.